Good evening and God bless. So today we're talking about organizational culture and what it means. And so organizational culture really is the personality of a company. It's the personality that you detect when you go to a company. What's the spirit, the energy, the attitude overall that the company emanates? What's the vibe that comes to mind? So let's say that you go into an Apple store, or Barnes and Noble, or a Trader Joe's, or a Starbucks, and you go inside. Is it do you detect enthusiasm and diversity, humility, positive energy? Is it a place that you enjoy being in, or do you feel awkward, unwelcomed? Does it feel sterile, boring, or generally just negative? And so that really gives you an idea of, kind of, at least from a customer perspective, of detecting the different the cultural vibe or energy that's there. So personally, I would say that when I go to Trader Joe's, I love the culture they have there. Everybody's got their Hawaiian shirts on. Everyone's having a great time. Anytime I talk to the register people or the coworkers there, they always tell me how much they love working there. People are telling jokes and having a good time, expressing themselves, and at the same time, they're working hard and efficiently. So I think they have an amazing culture there. Whereas when I go to McDonald's, I often detect a lot of unenthusiasm, uninterested in helping the customers, generally just maybe being simply there to collect a paycheck. So McDonald's could definitely work on their culture there. But our book outlines four different types of organizational structures. So you have team, hierarchical, rational, and entrepreneurial structures. So I would say when you're looking at the different organizational structures that we're moving towards lately that are maybe trending, I would say team culture is really in right now. So collaborating with other workers, respecting everybody's opinion, being able to be inclusive in a sense, and just work as a team, all the way at the ground level on up. So in line with that, I would say another maybe trend would be ethical culture. As Drucker pointed out, we used to be all about, or companies used to be all about profits, and now they're about people, planet, and profit. So caring about the people that you work with, both in the company and outside the company, considering the planet and making sure that fairness is considered, and really taking pride in that, making that a part of the culture of your company. Another one I would say related to that would be DEI, which it would be diversity, equity, and inclusion, making sure that people that are marginalized, such as maybe women or people of color or non-binary, people with disabilities or older people, that they would all be considered in your hiring practices, and making sure that everybody is getting a shot, everybody is being included and respected. Moving on, we're talking about centralized and decentralized organizational structures. So, four elements I kind of outline that, kind of comparing and contrasting centralized versus decentralized. I would say within decision making is really key, because centralized really has a top down kind of structure, where at the very top of the organizational chain, all the decisions are made and they kind of trickle down, and everyone else just has to obey and work that out. But when you have a decentralized, the responsibility is spread out amongst the company. And you could even think of, say, our political system, which was designed to be more decentralized, where you have local governments and top governments, but power is supposed to be more evenly spread out, as opposed to some other countries where it's more of one dictator and everybody has to just listen to that one dictator. Also, I would say that there's amongst centralized, it's been shown to be more expensive, more complicated, just less efficient in a lot of ways. Whereas decentralized is less expensive, and it's just an easier system overall. It's less complex as well. Next would be communication. So I'd say information flows in centralized from the top down, and at the top orders are given, and at the bottom these directives all have to be followed. Whereas decentralized, that power, like I said, is spread out. So communication is a lot more free, because the different departments can all communicate with each other and make decisions more together. instead of just that top down style. Next, looking at maybe responsibility, I would say that the centralized would be, there's one executive responsibility, and then all the little other people just have to obey and listen. Whereas decentralized, like that responsibility is spread out. More people are trusted to have power and to be able to make decisions, have opinions, give feedback. So more spread out responsibility. Um, and then lastly, maybe the size of organizations. I think centralized can work sometimes with a smaller organization where you have one boss and maybe less employees, or maybe a few bosses and it's just smaller. But on a larger scale, I think from all the research I did, organizations tend to do better with a decentralized system, and it's just more effective, more efficient, more less complex. It just works better overall. And then also, it's they tend to be more attentive to customers as well in the decentralized system. So, from a lot of the research that I did, and even what our book says, is that decentralized systems tend to work better overall. That doesn't mean it's every single time, but that overall, that seems to be more efficient and more productive overall. So, thank you very much. I think we covered all the points, and have a great day. God bless.